It has been quite cold the last few days. We started off with rain. The weekend I made these cookies and it has slowly spiraled into snow. Most of Texas is suffering from power outages. My city is no different. We've been blessed because we still have our power. We are not cold. Though many others in our immediate area are struggling. Neighbors are helping one another, even in these times of social distancing. Because it was so cold, I decided that I was going to make some cookies. I had no intention of making this for Valentine's Day, but it ended up being Valentine's Day when this video was actually created. I have always adored Thumbprint cookies, and I found a recipe online that I just had to make. Luckily, I had everything in my pantry and in my freezer. Because it was so cold, my room temperature butter was not nearly as soft as I would want it, and I have no microwave, so I couldn't heat it up. I should have put it in the oven while it was preheating just to soften it a little. That ended up hurting my recipe later on. There is a simple pleasure in baking all day, especially when it's cold. The warmth of the oven is just pleasant enough that it reminds me of a low burning fireplace. A secret for creating thumbprint cookies that hold their shape is adding a little bit of cornstarch to the mixture. I found that this indeed held the shape quite nicely. And I also learned that because of this cornstarch mixture, I should have pressed into the cookies a little bit more to make the thumbprint part a little bit deeper. Perhaps maybe this year I will actually get a stand mixer. Mixing cookies and breads with my little handheld mixer is a struggle, especially when you have cold butter. When I was rather young, my mother would have tea parties with me and my younger brother. We would enjoy cookies, crackers, slices of cheese, even the occasional pate, which honestly, it was just potted meat that we got from the dollar store. It was still delicious, and we enjoyed it. Making these cookies was my way of bringing that bit of childhood to my daughters. We all enjoyed tea after these were made, and I told them a story. And it's a story that I remember writing when I was just a little bit older than my eldest daughter now. As a child, I loved to write. I wrote poetry, short stories. I started working on books. I grew into an adult that continues to write. I have 2 books that are published as an indie author. I'm working on more. One of the stories I always wanted to write down was a children's story I created. It's the same one I told my daughters. It is about a young princess who defeated the dragon not with a sword or shield, but with a plate full of cookies and a very kind word. Because sometimes the monsters that we see in the world are just misunderstood and need a little bit of kindness. I think we should teach our daughters to be like this princess. Gentle hands, gentle words, with the bravery to defeat a dragon. These cookies bake up so nicely. After 10 minutes in the oven, they're done, but I would suggest letting them cool for maybe 20 minutes before you eat them. I ended up burning my mouth on the warm jam. A full recipe will be posted on my blog, and I will link to the videos that I used to help me create these cookies. And I hope you enjoy your own batch of Thumbprint cookies and enjoy the weather wherever you are.